Hi everyone. Happy Monday. It's Vickie Kello, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Brisbane. Now I've knocked that, it's not going to stay. I'm trying to get used to my new setup. I cleaned up over the weekend. That doesn't give me comments. Right, well that will work until I need to use that punch. Happy Australia Day, everybody. So, hopefully you've had a good one. Don't tell me I've got to keep going out and in to get comments. Hi, Jean. That's going to be annoying if I have to keep doing, because it always happens when there's been an update and the stupid iPad just updated. I hate that. I hate that with a passion. Okay. So just wait while we wait for a few other people. I'm just cleaning up my mess here. Because I need to have a clean workspace. Hi, Megan. Whoa. All right. I've cleaned up, but I don't seem to have very much room at all, I can tell you. Everything's encroaching on bits and pieces. And I was too busy watching the tennis to, hi Glenda, because I wanted to see Maddie. She was doing so well. Anyway, we'll see. So, that's given me a little bit more room. Can we move that now? See what happens when you go live too early. Oh, move the camera. And look, I had to christen new plates because I don't know whether I already threw out my other one. I knew it was on its last legs. Hi, Lisa. But it's always nice christening new plates. So that was good. So did we all have a good long weekend? I enjoyed myself a lot. I cleaned up, I listed all my stuff for sale, but I'm still waiting for approval from the buy sell swap page, so that's a little bit annoying. Hopefully that'll happen shortly, because there's like 180 photos that I uploaded yesterday. All right, that's 2 minutes for everybody. So tonight we are using this paper. Hi Janice. The Splash of Sparkles paper. Now I don't know whether anybody's seen this paper or not, because I've not seen too many new things made with it, but I'm in love with it. So that's what we're doing. Having a bit of fun. Okay, I just need to know, I need to be up close. Yes, one go, 180. I found one lot and uploaded, and then I'm like, oh, what's this lot over here? And then I found another lot, and I just kept going. I'm like, you're on a roll, just do it. So anyway, how pretty is this paper? So this is Splash of Sparkles, and I do like it. I never seem to use very much silver foil, so they're calling this holographic, but it's silver foil in it. So then on the back is the green and the blue. And then on this one, and then on there, and this is my favourite. No, darling. This is my favourite piece. And then on the back, it's got pink. And then this would be the second favourite piece, with the Highland Heather, and that's that piece there. And I should pay you a commission to do mine. That's white. I don't know why that's in that pile. And then I really like these, but I'm not using them because I've got silver foil, silver embossing powder out and silver foil out. But, so I really like the pink and the orange together here. And on the back, it's squares. But my thought has always been, if you're paying the extra for the foiling, you need to use the foil side. Why would you use the other side? Because you're paying extra for nothing then. But I do use the other side sometimes. But then, and this is gold on here, I really like that too. That's pretty. And on the back it's just plain orange, which orange is my most favourite colour, but even that's a bit much. And this is so pretty, look at this. I love it. And then all the dots over here. So that's the pack of paper. If you haven't seen it, it's amazing. But we're going to make some cards with it tonight. So I have pre-done a little bit. Not very much. I wanted to pre-do a little bit more, but I got too caught up in the tennis. So, anyway. So we need to emboss, and because this is taking up so much room in my actual videoing space, I thought I would emboss first. So, you can emboss on the paper already so that you can have pre-coloured stuff. So I want to emboss a few of the little, I'm using this stamp set, Simply Beautiful. So I want to use the little flower because the big one's ginormous. We'll use that a little bit later, but right this minute, I just want to. The paper is so pretty. Yes, Lisa, it's amazing. So I don't want obviously all the flower to be silver coloured. So I kind of just want to stamp where it's bits and pieces. And I'm going to stamp a couple of times on that side. And then we're going to get some embossing powder because I forgot where I stamped and I didn't look. Oh, those ones are very close together. Oh, might not be able to cut them out. Very close. And we'll heat them up, so it's going to get a bit noisy. All right. Okay, so you can tell when it's set is that all the embossing powder has gone sparkly like the other powder and stuff. So they're very, very close there. I might have to just get my scissors because I wasn't watching what I was doing and just do that bit there for the dies. Okay, so you can do that side. Then you can obviously have some blue flowers, but there's also some pink. So I want to get a couple of blue flowers as well, just to break up the pink. I love the pink, but you know, we need a bit of different colours as well. And let me just put powder on this so I can see. Okay. I do think I could probably stamp another one down here. There. Alright, now we'll heat that up as well. We'll just put those ones out of the way because we don't want to set them on fire or anything. And then I want to do some, let's chop this bit off here. This doesn't have a lot of sparkle left on it over here, so I'm going to do some in the pink over this side. Oh, and I feel I was a bit heavy-handed with my stamping, but given that this is the paper that I'm using with all those spots, I'm actually going to leave that on there. It's not what should happen, but I'm going to leave it on there because they're going on the cards with all the splotches anyway. I've just created my own by accident. Hi Laura, you did catch me live. So we're going to put them over there. We've got some die cutting to do in a minute, but I want to do all the heat embossing first because it's taken up a lot of my room. So I have borrowed this stamp set from Laura because I realised when I was cleaning up, I do not have any floral stamp sets that are current. So I went for a trip to Laura's. So we're going to do a wedding card. Stamp this. Might pour some more on there. Just getting a little brush and giving it a tap there. Sometimes you don't want to tap too hard because you want still embossing powder that's on there. So we'll heat this up. Wedding wishes. Pop that over to the side there. We'll have some die cutting and stuff to do. Now this was going to be, I need to get my stamp cleaner so I can start putting some stamps away. How hot was it today? As soon as we got up this morning we put the aircon on because it was just going to be way too hot. Way too hot. Pop that in there for the time being. going to be 8:30 before I finish putting all these on. Okay, so we're going to do the happy couple on this one. On the inside. And then let's just do one thing at a time, Vickie. Did anyone get up to anything exciting today? I had a craft play date on Saturday, which was lovely. And then I need some scratch paper. So this one we're going to get I've got another stamp set as well. I'm going to use another sentiment stamp set because I don't want all wedding cards either. This is, the sentiments are more wedding related. I don't know that many people getting married. So, now this enormous one here, I think it has to, hi Renee, that's not going to fit on there. Get my big block from, is that, that's it. So you need the enormous block because this flower is just gigantic. So Hunter had to pack today. He goes back to school tomorrow, but he's on camp the second week of school. So we had to pack to make sure we had everything from the camp list, and then we've got to sit there and label everything. So that'll be next weekend's go. So there's that one, and I did think I wanted a flower in the big one on the paper. So that's going to have to go on here because it's ginormous. And of course we're going to want sparkles. So let's put this on so I can see where the flower is. And I don't chop it off accidentally. And then hack into this paper. And I bet a lot of you are saying, but the paper's too pretty to cut. Guess what? You get 2 pieces. Or buy more paper. So, and you could use the gold as well. Gold embossing powder on the gold paper. I just don't like mixing metals too much. So I'm going to keep these scraps because I'll be able to do like little flowers or something with them later. We'll do all our die cutting shortly. Now, what else was I going to do? So we've got, did I clean? No, I haven't cleaned that. I think we're done with that. And I wanted leaves. But I don't know whether I've just done the leaves on what I was going to. This is what happens when I'm trying to do it all at once. How does this fit on here? That's not going on there. That's hanging off. That's not right. That's not right. There we go. That fits on there now. So I've got this big flower, that little flowers. I wanted some leaves on. We're gonna stamp. We've only got 1 sentiment, yeah? Wedding wishes to the happy couple. Oh no, I'm gonna have 2 wedding cards, I think. Where is that? That goes on there. Does that fit across there? Yes. That's the 1 card. One of those, oops. Is that the one that fits there? Right, that one. This is what happens when I prep a bit. Prep a bit. Okay, we need a sentiment on this one and we're going to do leaves. I don't want those sentiments. I want... so I'm going to do reason to celebrate. And I think I'm going to do... birthday, and then this happy is so tiny, but come on, that looks a bit crooked. There we go. And then we're going to, we'll ink that up first. And then we're going to get, I need the leaves. Right, let's go out and come back. Am I getting comments? Just talking to myself. yeah, so I'm hoping there will be a big album approved shortly on the Stampin' Up! Buy Sell Swap page, because I spent quite a bit of time uploading all these photos and putting prices. That I would like to get some stuff sold. All right, let's hope I didn't stamp over everything. All right. And then, oh, this one still needs some down here. That's been up. And then we've got one more sentiment to do after this one. Right. Are you all wondering what these cards are going to look like, seeing as all I'm doing is all the stamping and the... We haven't even done the die cutting yet. Oh, one more sentiment. I should have left that happy birthday on there. What are we going to have? Something that fits on here. Another wonderful year. That's so tiny. I think we're going to do happy birthday again. I should have left it on there. Happy birthday. And I nearly put that ink into the embossing powder over here. That would have been fun. Okay, put the lid on this. Maybe some people forgot because it is the holiday that I wasn't going to be on. This one I probably should have stamped with the embossing buddy. Oh, seems a bit sticky compared to the other ones. Okay. Where's the tweezers? Because I nearly burnt my finger last time. Okay. So that is done, done, done. Let's then clean this stamping away so that I can have a bit more room, and then put the embossing powder away and hope that I don't need it anymore. because it's taking up so much room. Okay, it's one good thing about this tray is it does make up cleanup quite quick and simple to get all that powder back into your containers. Right, you can go lid on this so that it doesn't spill anywhere else. There. Right, there's a bit more room for me. Okay, so my first card, I've got a pile here. I need that scrap paper back, I think. And I don't know that we're using that one anymore. Scrap paper back because we're going to stamp on here in the pink, petal pink, so it's tone on tone stamping. And we're going to stamp with this little stamp. And I'm going to put them together. So we're kind of creating our own DSP in little strips. There. That wasn't a very good idea doing that. Oh, so I went, I had a ultrasound and x-ray on, when did I go to that? Oh, on Saturday. And so my arm that I've been having so much pain with, all up here, from here to here, it is tennis elbow. I thought it was RSI. It's close enough to tennis elbow. And yeah, nothing I can do about it. He told me to get another job. Rude. So we're going to stamp this bit on here. So this is a 2-inch strip of the paper. Now I'm going to put it this way because it's to go the length of the card. This big blob here I want cut off. And it's probably going to be easier if I use wet glue, even though I hate it. But it does hurt, Lisa. And nothing I can do about it. And some days, like, I go to pick up my water bottle and I drop it. He's like, oh, look at the size of this tendon. And it was about that thick on the ultrasound. And I said, how thick should it be? And he showed me what a real tendon should look like. And I'm like, ooh, okay then. And he's like, yeah. Oh, let's move that there because that's not stamped there. So it's quite painful. How do I get that? It's just like a repetitive strain injury. Just, he says, because I have RSI in my wrist, and so the last 2 years, instead of having a mouse that does this when I go, I have a mouse that does this. And then I thought that that's what's up there. He goes, but then when I went to Disney, it was still painful. and there was no computer work. I wasn't on my phone because I also think it's holding my phone like this. Not so long ago, and his elbow looked like a tennis ball. Yeah, so they've got me like I've got a strap that I should wear and things, but it's not great, and it's in quite a lot of pain. So, but it's not really just my elbow, it's my whole forearm. Like, it's so sore and things. So I haven't actually been doing or able to do as much craft as I want because I'm so in so much pain. So that's why I stopped crafting yesterday and started taking those photos and uploading that, because my wrist was too sore to craft. So we want this. Oh, where'd the things go? Okay, so this is just a normal card, like a portrait card. And then this is a normal size card as well, just with normal white, but it just fits. So it is 5 3/4. So it's just like 5 3/4 and 5 3/4 instead of 5 7/8, and it's by 11 and a half, and then scored in half, and then that one's folded back on it. Okay, so that's going to be the inside of the card. There, like that. Now, thanks, Janice. This one, oh, this is going to drop when I do that. I put my water bottle there for a second because I just need to use this punch. Okay, so then you get a punch and you punch wherever you want. Excuse me, towards the left-hand side of it. Right-hand side, is it? I don't know. I don't know my left from right. Over this side. That could be used on another card. That's pretty. So then where is that one that I did? Oh, here. So then this gets stuck in. And because it's like a bit of a fun fold, I'm going to stick adhesive on all 4 sides. But that gets stuck in as a layering piece. I think I might do some stamping on it later, so I probably should have stamped first, but I just want to get this sorted. So then when you stick this on, you want to stick it on there. So you only want adhesive on this side. So I could have pushed that over a little bit more, because then you stick that on and then you open the card like that. Okay, so I think we're going to, whilst we're here, just colour those leaves pink, because we can colour them whatever colour we want. But it was nice to actually go and get like a bit of a diagnosis, rather than, oh yeah, this is just in my head and I don't know really what's going on. So that I enjoyed. So that's pretty there. Now we're going to now there is die cuts for these flowers, but given the time frame and everything else, where did I've got some flowers pre-cut. I might just be fussy cutting some of these, because I want that. You don't want them to stick on this, right? Because you want that to open up and be free. Be free. So I think that's how we'll do that. Where's my little weeding tool? I haven't been using this lately, and then there's all this mess left. This is the best gift ever. Okay, so that can be popped down there. This. Here, and now I need some more dimensionals. Right, so that's a bit plain and boring. We need something on the inside of that. Happy birthday. Let's use this one, but another, what does it say? Another wonderful year. And I've put all that away. We're just going to stamp this in balmy blue. This is the issue. Putting some things away first. Another wonderful year. And then looks stunning. So no, you can case it, Laura. I found it on Pinterest. I don't think anybody owns the fold. I think I need something with the paper though. So what have we got on here that I can use? Maybe I'll stamp this flower on the inside. We're going to stamp it in blue too. Because there's a lot going on here with nothing, and we might stick another flower up here. And then I think I might add some DSP there because that's just a bit too plain. Plain, plain, plain. I'm not even going to colour those flowers in because I don't want to. Now, where's that other? That's not enough. Is that other bit that I do think I'm going to have to go with the blue, but I'll go. I even put my trimmer away. Don't know that we're going to get 3 cards done, people. I did see one that had a bigger die cut with a die. Oh, I try not to use too many dies because it takes too long. Oh, I need my, that is, how big? How fat is this? That is 2 and 3/4. 2 3/4. Okay, 2 3/4. I like the blue and the pink on this. That looks crooked. It's probably what I cut out before. And that will be 4 1/4. There you go. Right, so I also put up February's card class too. So, because January's card class is on Saturday. Oh, that's too short. I'm going to trim that so it's a bit thinner, or do I want this piece? I'll have to use that for something else. What did I do that at? 4 1/2. 3 1/2. It's probably on. Yeah. I'll have to use that on something else because I've already stuck adhesive on it. This is why you should try before you stick adhesive on it, rather than winging it. Oh, that looks better. Right, we can add some bling on that in a minute. When we finish, we need that to go here on the die cutting machine. So this card, whoops, is all these pieces. Okay, so this is just like a card front, and then we're going to stick this on it, a layer. All my things are 1/8 of an inch. Then we're using this pretty paper. So this is Bubble Bath. And then I've done this is 3 by 4. So then it's like 4 by 6 and scored in half. And this is going to sit on the front there. And then there's a white bit. And then there's this bit. And I just need to, that because that's popping up too much. Just crease that down a bit. Okay, where are my other white bits over here? This. To the happy couple. And then, is that going to fit on there? That might be too big. Right, we're just going to fussy cut these because I know there's dies, but I got to move it. Otherwise, I'm not going to get my 3 cards done. And a lot of people say that I am Speedy Gonzalez with fussy cutting. It's just years and years of doing it, and I just find if you twist the paper rather than the scissors, it's not that hard to do. But I get in trouble in my class all the time. But there's not much difference between that and that. You can leave a border if you want. You can, especially with the heat embossing, you can get quite close to the edge and not have a border when you're fussy cutting. Okay, there's that one. So they're done. Just goes to show that sometimes, like, you don't have to buy the dies. The dies are lovely, don't get me wrong. But sometimes when the images are this simple, it doesn't take. We twist the paper, we're just not as fast as you. Maybe we are holding our tongue in the right position. Possibly. I usually can't talk and do two things, but I'm managing today. But when the images are simple like this, you don't need to have the dies all the time, but the dies do make quick work of this as well. Okay, so let's do that now. I'm going to put that at an angle there, trim this off there, and winning wishes. Oh, I wish that would stick down. I wish that would stick down. Oh, on this card I've got leaves. Oh, that's going to finish that off, isn't it? I've got leaves. I don't cut leaves. I was prepared with that. Where's my glue dots? That'll finish that off, and that'll fix this card then too. So the thing that I did like about this leaf die is there's two of them, and I don't know, can you see my little pile down here? Look, when you die cut the leaf, you get these other little bits. So I'm going to use them too. So 2-for-1 dies. I thought that was amazing. I'm going to stick that down there. I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm going to stick that. Oh, come on, in under there. Oh, look, that finishes it off, doesn't it? Besides the bling. Let's get back to this card, Vickie. So, concentrate. Stick this on first because you can't have the flowers go over the sentiment because it's enormous. That's all right. I think a lot of people forgot Christina. I had Megan message me before and I said, yes, I'm coming. I was just watching the tennis. So I didn't prep as much as I was hoping to. What colours have we got here? We want another just plain pink one, I think. So I've just been yabbering a bit. Hunter is a bit excited about school. He's already packed his lunch to give him more time in the morning because he's not really a morning person. That doesn't fit in there properly. I wonder if this one will. That's better. I need, oh, I probably should have planned that better. Is that going to hang off the edge there? Oh, there we go. Look, I can fit that right in under there. I don't completely want it right under. As long as that sticky bit's not hanging off there. There, and we'll add a leaf. Spent the day with Em. We gave her a shopping spree. Garden City. Oh my God, she would have loved it. Would have loved it. I think we can stick that out there because I don't want it there because it's going to get crushed when it comes, when it opens up. Oh, I do like those leaves. We can stick one of these little staghorn things up here though. Is it tomorrow? Yes, school goes back tomorrow. They've only got 3 days this week, really, because Friday's their swimming carnival. So that's not really a school day. Okay, so we need some bling on that one too. That's our second card. And then our last card, I've got this ginormous flower, which I haven't done yet. Maybe I won't use it. What grade is Hunter in? Hunter is going into grade 5. Now, this time, I think we might do, let's cut this out while I have a think, because I do want to try and use this enormous bloody thing. Yeah, so, and they go on camp next week, so the first week is only 3 days because today was a public holiday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday's their swimming carnival. And then next week they're at school Monday, Tuesday, and then they're in camp Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So first 2 weeks of school is not really school. I used to tell Hunter all the time, and I still tell him now sometimes, but they don't do as many fun activities the older they get. I used to ask him, especially in prep, what did you do today? And he goes, we played this game and we played this game and things. And I'm like, I'm not paying all these private school fees for you to go to school and play games. Like, you're supposed to be learning, not playing games. And he used to crack up and get the giggles. It was so funny. We don't go back to Wednesday. Yeah, I was talking to, we had the neighbours over for lunch today because we were finishing off the prawns that we had at Christmas time, and I needed room in my freezer. And their kids don't go back till Thursday, and I'm like, what? Are you even going to school? So, what's the point in going in for a day? I just feel like that might have to go on the inside because it's so enormous. And that doesn't fit there. And if I cut that down, then that will cut those leaves. Let me just think, because this is bloody enormous. That could work, but I need to trim that down. Which is not the end of the world. It's just not how I envisioned it, but that I didn't envisage that flower being so goddamn enormous either. Good thing I haven't stuck this together yet. Let's do this because that bit's not there, right? What an awful week to have a swimming carnival. Well, if you're swimming, it won't be so good, so bad, but I do imagine that Hunter is not going to be putting on sunscreen nowhere near enough. And this year, he didn't want us to go because he said for ages he wasn't going to swim. Even though he's really good at it. I think that needs to go down another lot. Another lot. But now he's going to swim because it's going to be awfully hot. I could probably trim down another bit on that side. And get that awkward corner off there, yes. Boys never went to a swimming carnival. Well, Hunter's actually really quite talented at it. He doesn't like winning when his friends don't win, because then after this they go to like CSAC, and none of his friends went to CSAC last year, so the year before. So then last year when he swam, he didn't try because he's like, I don't want to go to CSAC without my friends. Because he's really not competitive at all. He's just naturally talented. And of course I run out of seal on a video. It's not a video unless I run out of seal. Okay, so then I need to work out what bling. Now, I don't know whether there's bling that goes with this paper, but surely we'll find something. That's pink and purple. And even blue, because I have 10 ton of it. Now, this is too white. Now I want purple. No, don't want dark ones. Purple leaves. Yep. Maybe we will be doing dark ones. That'll match the dark purple over there anyway. Can't colour and talk. Alright, well I might use the other bullet tip end and see whether that works on that Highland Heather, or I'm going to give my dodgy seal refill to brine pilling. Even that, is that the right one? Light Highland Heather? That's a big difference. I think I need some new Highland Heather markers. The light one is not great. Such a big difference between the light and the dark. Squeaky. Oh, I like that actually. I like that a lot. Now, I think I want that in front. So we're gonna lay this down flat. There, we're gonna pop this up. Where did all those dimensionals go? I must have used them. Whoops. Little. No, we want big ones. Ginormous flower probably needs 6 dimensionals. This will be good on a scrapbooking page. On a card, it's quite excessive. Especially when you're using such pretty DSP and you don't want to cover it up. Okay, that goes there. We'll stick these leaves on because I've already die cut them. Although there's a heap of flowers over there that I could still die cut and use on another card or two. But this will finish that off. I do like this 2-for-1 deal over here. With the, oh, I like that there too. The little staghorn things that come out. Right, I need some bling. Let's get my bling folder. What bling are we going? I haven't gone through my bling and worked out what's retired and what's not. I went through everything else over the weekend, but not my bling. Let's use this. This has to be the bling that goes with this. Look at these. Frosted iridescent dots. Probably not, but I'm going to make it. Look. Where's my, take my pick. Over here. This is pretty DSP, isn't it? Now this pink's probably a bit excessive on here. Dark pink, too pink, maybe. We'll do the white. Now, I have also made myself a little promise that I'm going to use like 5 bling on each card because seriously, I've got 10,000. You saw how much bling I've got. 10,000 bling. That even 5 bling on a card. I don't like that there. He's not going to use it all. So this one just opens up. This, like that is the base there. Just opens up like that. How pretty. You could colour those flowers if you wanted to, but I can't be asked. And then this one, so we could do the blue on this one. Probably need the... Gonna stick little ones on the flowers. I think this bling was made for this paper. Probably not, but looks bloody awesome. And then we can have another little one over here. Oh, how pretty is that? All right, now purple. Oh! One of these big ones right here in the middle. And we can have Now, I don't know that I can clean up enough mess here, but hopefully you can get the gist of the 3 cards because that's holding that up. I can't move that. Now my iPad's there. Did I lose my leaves? Don't let me lose my leaves. How pretty is that? So this paper, I don't know whether it's in the catalogue or in the online exclusives because I don't do that. Splash of Sparkles, it's called. I think it's in the catalogue. I know, it's pretty. But I love these colours and I want to work out, this I think would be good on a scrapbook page because I just don't want to cut into that and mess up those colours. So I think that one's got to stay full sheet, but how pretty is that? I do think I probably would have wanted to maybe emboss that background or stamp it. It seems a bit plain and boring now. So if I did that again, I'd probably emboss that or just put another layer there because usually I don't do 1 layer cards. I usually have like another layer there. So, but you don't want it too thick here because otherwise your punch won't go through it, which is why I did 1 layer card, but that's very plain and boring. I could go and stamp the leaf on there. I might go do that now with Versamark before I finish up because that's still in the heading. Let's do that before I finish because I do think that that's too boring. We could probably do this one. So thank you for joining. For those that are going to stick around while I ink this with Versamark, you're welcome too, but obviously would have been better if I did it prior, because it would have been a little bit more random. But we will make it work. I like this much better. Emboss strip on the last. You could, yes. Let's just stamp there like that. Oh, I like that so much better. Would have been better if I could get down a bit further, but something's better than nothing. And when you do it with Versamark, it's just a little bit lighter than what would normally happen if you did it in Balmy Blue. So that way it's just a little bit more subtle. Oh, I like it. Stop. Stop now, Vickie. Stop. Stop. That's better. It's given me something there. It's not so plain. But yes, an embossed piece up there would have been good too, Laura. I went through all my embossing folders the other day and I found ones that I haven't used yet that I'm like, I should do a Facebook Live on that. But then I found these this paper and I'm like, I need to do this paper. It's so pretty. So anyway, they're the 3 cards. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a lovely rest of your public holiday for those in Australia, and I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.